Good day everyone, good day Miss Alva. We are the group 2 and today we will be discussing about nation and nationalism. Rizal being our national hero became a great influence to each and every one of us. He struck the heart of every Filipino in a way that we would not sacrifice more lives. In this chapter, we can be able to understand about one of the major reasons behind the passage of the Rizal Law, and that is to strongly instill in the minds and hearts of every Filipino youth about the importance of nationalism. Nationalism in a way of protecting our freedom, and nationalism in preserving and maintaining the ignited flame that is within. We will also be touching some of Rizal's literary works such as El Filibusterismo and No Le Metangere, which embodies about the beauty of fighting for our right, fighting for our freedom in a way that we would not lead to revolutionary actions. We would also be encountering about the words such as nation state, and other prosecutions that will lead us to understanding about the totality of nationalism in a Philippine context and the program that coincides with it. With that, throughout this presentation, we hope that you can be able to understand more about nation and nationalism. So if you guys are ready, let's go!
Hey everyone, my name is Rizal Choi, and I will be discussing the definition of a nation. So, what is a nation? So, a nation is a community of people that are believed to share a link with one another based on cultural practices, language, religion, or belief system, and historical experience. So, basically, what it means is that it is a group of people who share common characteristics in language, culture, history, and often inhabit a specific geographical region. So, nations are typically defined as a sense of identity and belonging among their members. So, an example of a nation would be Germany. So, they are defined by its German-speaking population, shared history and culture, and specific distinct of geographical territory in Europe. That's all.
Hello everyone. What is a state? A state is defined as a political entity that has a sovereignty over a defined territory. It has a freedom from external controls, such as internal laws, taxation, government, and bureaucracy. Diplomatic recognition is a requirement in order for its legitimacy and international acknowledgement to be established. This happened because after the Treaty of Manila in 1946, it was established that the Philippines was an independent nation and a sovereign state. This entails that the Philippines is no longer governed by the United States, but rather can have its own way of governing its people. Because of that, we have our own laws that may be similar or different to other nations, may have different rules in taxation and bureaucracy, which is basically how we are able to regulate and manage people and their lives. And of course, we must put effort to make relations with other nations in order for our country to be acknowledged and be made legitimate in the eyes of other countries as well.
So good day everyone, I will be talking about the concept of a nation state. So what is a nation state? It refers to the state that is governing a nation. It pertains to the state where citizens with similar language, culture, religion, and history live. It is also a combination of the elements of a nation and a state, in which the nation having the people and the state having a territory. If a state is a political and geographic entity, and a nation is a cultural and or ethnic entity, then a nation-state is where these two concepts overlap. So the concept of nation-state started with the Peace of Westphalia or the Treaty of Westphalia. Its provisions helped to lay the foundation for the idea of the nation-state, with each state having a defined territory, government, and population. The concepts of state sovereignty, mediation between nations, and diplomacy all find their origins in the text of this treaty written more than 350 years ago.
Hi everyone, I'm Pierre Chisolan and I will be discussing the second theory. The second theory states that nation, national identity, and nationalism are products of the modern condition and are shaped by modernity. So modernity is often associated with the transition from traditional or pre-modern society to more advanced and contemporary ones. So this theory used to explain the process of modernity that the nation goes through as its transition from traditional society to a modern one.
Good day everyone, this is Julian Hanurama and I am the discussant of the third theory, which is also known as the Constructivist approach. So in nation and nationalism concept, again it assumes that there is a bond that connects a group of people together to form a community. In this theory, it states that to understanding nationalism, it is viewed as a socially constructed and imagined by people who identify with the group. So Benedict Anderson argues that nations are imagined communities. This means that the nation is seen as imagined because the people who will affiliate or connects with the community will have a mental imprint of the affinity or affection which maintains solidarity even if they do not need to see or know all the members of the group or the community. So with this imagined community, it maintains harmonious coexistence along together with people. So to the next slide, we will distinguish community from imagined community. So a mere community is based on everyday face-to-face interaction, whereas the imagined community concept is based on not face-to-face interaction, and between its members, it holds in their minds that mental image of their affinity. Second, community will know most of their fellow members, meet them, or hear them, while imagined community is not even the smallest nation will never know most of their fellow members, meet them, hear them, yet in their minds and soul of each lives the images of their communion. And lastly, mere community is just conceived as a body of people having common rights, privileges, interests, living in the same place under the same laws and regulations. While in the imagined community concept, regardless of the actual inequality and exploitation that may prevail in ends, the nation is always conceived as a deep horizontal comradeship. So going back to the slide, Anderson also puts forward the important role of mass media in the construction of nationalism that time. So number one importance is it fostered unified fields of communication which allowed millions of people within a territory to know. So through printed outputs before, millions of people became aware that many others identified with the same community. Second, standardized languages, which enhance feelings of nationalism and community. And third, maintain communication through a few languages widely used in printing press, which endured through time, which is really understandable. So that's it for nation and nationalism, with three theories about the roots of the nation. Thank you.